Before proceeding with the video, there's a few things I want to clarify about Zamboanga City. First of all, I'm not saying that Zamboanga City is the safest place in the Philippines. My point is that the chances that you are going to get kidnapped or caught in the crossfire of an armed conflict is next to none here. I want to prove the stigma wrong for this place, and I want to promote it as a decent tourist destination. This is despite the fact that a British-Filipino couple was kidnapped in the Zamboanga Peninsula just weeks prior to my arrival to Zamboanga City. But this was in a northern part of the peninsula, far away from Zamboanga City itself. They were kidnapped from their own apparently unguarded beach resort, and as of the making of this video, they were thankfully rescued. But do not fall for the stigma. I strongly urge you to add Zamboanga City to your bucket list, whether you are a Filipino or a foreigner. But please don't wander alone out of the city. Coordinate with the concerned agencies. And yeah, there's armed military men on the islands, but that's just for precautionary measures. I see no problem with this. Second, I have to agree that Zamboanga is notorious for one thing: overcharging tricycle drivers. My advice that seems to work very well: never ask the price. Always mention the price first, which usually ranges between 50 and 70 pesos. If you're not going far in the city, just say the place and 50 pesos. If it's far, like the airport, say 70. If the driver says a price that is slightly higher by 10 pesos or so, it's most likely the proper rate. Third, I had a slight cold during the recording of this video, thus my voice sounds like some whiny soy boy. Santa Cruz Island. I'm just waiting for. And then fourth, try sati. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's get into this video's topic: Santa Cruz Island. Yeah, there's two of them. Santa Cruz is famously known for its pink sand beach, or sand with a slight pinkish hue. The pinkishness is very subtle, so don't expect it to be like the kind of Photoshop pink beaches you see circulating on the internet, because the only real world equivalent to that are beaches colored by some chemical leak from a Chinese or Indonesian factory. For 4 persons, the tour cost around a total of 8,700 pesos, but for each person it's 2,188. Most of Santa Cruz consists of mangroves, and because of that, it's one of the attractions of the tour. In our case, it was the first. Here you will be paddled into the calm mangrove forest, only hearing the sound of the wildlife, the oars flowing through the water,
careful,
and Kuya Errol talking, of course.
Who do you say you were with that van? Harry?
Potter. It's a magic one.
Okay, it's just a magic one.
Should you commit any violation, I will just
beat you? Okay.
And then I will turn you into frog.
What I really like about Santa Cruz is that the tours are very eco-friendly and inclusive. Only 400 tourists can visit the island a day, and except for the guides, everyone contributing to the tours are actually locals from Santa Cruz, being former informal settlers who are permitted to live there for as long as they either work with the tourism or protect the island, and also don't make their family bigger.
What you see right now, the root system, okay? With the root system of the bakawan or the mangrove itself, it looks like they don't have any directions. They just gonna go and build their own root system. But then again, the root system is really important here, because this will serve as the nursery of the small fishes. So for the small fishes that they get here, after that, once they grow up, and then they will basically or automatically go out the delta. But then again, should they will not be caught or be eaten by the bigger fish, they will be caught again by the people. It's a sad life. But then again, no.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Yep. Look at this. Like any normal jellyfish, this jellyfish will swim gracefully. Maarte, machega. But look at that. After a few seconds, this jellyfish will just turn upside down.
Oh.
That's the name. Upside down, non-stinging jellyfish. In the world, there's like 5 to 7 species of non-stinging jellyfish. We're not saying stingless, because all jellyfish have sting. But this one is a non-stinging. It's because the sting that this jellyfish has is really, really, really low.
Okay.
Yep. And flip it over. There you go.
Oh no, just kidding. Actually, I feel a little bit like itchy.
You get something like
But it's very, very, very soft.
Right.
Then you turn around.
And
And
it will now go upside down.
What a boring life. Come here.
Go ahead. Could make it farther from the boat so that we could see it. There you go.
Yeah. So I actually been stung. I can actually feel a slight pain. It's not really terrible, but I've been stung by a so-called non-stung jellyfish. what kind of evolutionary dead end am I? So you know there's this thing called black caviar. It's considered very tasty and a delicacy, but the problem is it's not really healthy for the environment. It kills a lot of certain fish that is kind of endangered now. I don't remember the name though, but people are trying to come up with an alternative, and it's called one alternative is called green caviar, but locally it's known as lato, and it's abundant around here. And you can actually just pick it up and eat. And it just tastes like lato. This is the famous agar-agar. It can actually be a raw material for plastic. Finally, the Vinta, as you promised. The Vinta is actually a traditional sailing vessel of many different tribes in the Sulusi, Tauso, the Sama. And also they have this really iconic sail. Traditionally it was basically the motorbike of the sea, as you can call it. It was the basic means of transportation before the advent of engines. Good for 6 people like you can do on a motorbike too. Now look at this professionals, not like the idiot I was.
There's a bird.
Go.
Bat? Oi! There they are! The bats! Whoa! Small Santa Cruz Island is obviously smaller. It has in recent years been declared a protected area. The swimming is prohibited, in addition to setting up any kind of structures. Sadly, this island is prone to having garbage washed up, thus most of the northern part is full of garbage. Thankfully, some locals visit it to pick up whatever reusable garbage they can sell later on, thus providing some cleanup. It also has a really long and nice sandbar. And this is not a banca.
Because it's called the Junko. The Junko is actually a flat bottom boat. It's built for stability and speed. And down here, down south, people here believe whenever you get to do some activities, if you want to be with nature, you have to join nature. You don't go against nature. You put on outrigger, you're actually stopping nature.
There's no outriggers here. That's a very common thing in the Philippines, but not here.
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. The creme de la creme. The beautiful pink sand beach.
It's not pink.
It is pink.
It's not pink. It's white. You scam me. I'm very sorry. I'm sorry.
So it should be pink, because when you get to look at it, closer view, you get to see this. It's actually getting mixed with the red organ pipe corals and the white sand, thus having a pinkish glow.
This one is something I always wanted to try. It's lokot.
It's made of rice.
It's made of rice, of course, as everything in Philippines almost. But it's like you have like some sort of bowl that has holes in it. And
It's
then
not a bowl. We actually
use
use coconut shell.
Yeah, coconut shell, and then you do like
There you
this
go.
over a frying pan.
Exactly.
And then you roll it. And I think I know how it tastes like, because it really looks like something similar in my country. Let's try. No.
It's the same. What do you call it back in your country?
I don't remember the name.
So the other one will go for hantak. The hantak is just like a pretzel.
Pretzel.
Yeah. So it's made of flour, a little bit of granulated sugar.
Yeah.
But eventually it will give you like a biscuit-like
Very good.
feel. So this is actually best eaten with a coffee,
Oh, yeah.
a brewed coffee. And this one will be a small cupcakes, which we call locally a baulu.
Balo.
It's still made on flour and sugar, water, basically. It's just
like
like
a
a
muffin.
cupcake. It's a muffin.
Muffin,
Yeah.
Or
But again, the best thing that you do with those
Yeah.
baulu will be with a coffee.
yeah, but we are not convinced.
Right?
It tastes like this, but soft. Because it's basically the same.
It is.
But this is hard, this is soft. Tausu delicacies, everyone. Or more properly termed, Tausu pastry.
Yeah. So it's like this. Whenever we do the food component here in Santa Cruz Island, you get to see the fish is being purchased here. The squid is freshly purchased also here. And when you get to look at all the others, some of the crabs are also purchased here. But then again, the curacha, since it's a deep sea crab, we have to purchase it from the city. We just bring it here. But then again, what's good about this, because we get to do something like this, and the community is the one who cooks it for us. So somehow, again, doing the food component, we're actually helping a family again.
I hope I'm eating it correct. Am I doing it Mali?
Let's go.
Why are you recording me? I'm just kidding. I'm nothing against it, I just get shocked. This is entertaining.
Yes, you are.
I just...
And then you lick your finger.
I went for a swim, but sadly the current was just too strong, so it turned into a short-lived activity. The water though was very nice and clean. The only place where you can buy souvenirs from Santa Cruz is the stalls operated by the local wives. Does it benefit them equally?
No. You should be buying each one of them.
Okay.
Should you want to benefit everyone. One piece there, one piece there, one piece there, one piece over there.
So this is the place, the only place we can actually buy souvenirs. And it's a good thing because these people are the only ones allowed to sell here. They are actually locals of the Santa Cruz Island. It's not like in Coron, where, and I will make a video on that later, it's not a priority now, where vendors are like following you, almost stalking you, and then like, oh, so buy from me, which was actually really annoying at times. Of course, they also want you to buy from them, but they're not nagging. But I will be a good guy, and I will buy one piece from each of these vendors over here. So,
Round as a round, sir.
Yeah.
Round.
Health is meaning white. This is happiness. Blue is fur. Happiness.
You have to talk about it, that she gave it to you as part of the, like, since you bought something from her.
Thank you.
No!
Cool at the Melody. I got this for free from Melody. It rhymes.
Go.
Hi. I'm really amazed by what I've gotten here in Zamboanga. And I really like the kind of the way they do tourism here. It's very ecological friendly, of course, and it also benefits the local a lot. I'm really thankful for the e-travel or
I-travel.
For hosting the tours, even though it ended up becoming really expensive for just one person, but it's fine because then at least I contribute a lot to the economy. Also, thank you very much to Kuya Errol, who is the cameraman holding. Turn around! I don't think your place is a so far I've been really amazed by Zamboanga and by the people here. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, on the day afterwards, I contracted nausea and was bedridden for most of the day, spoiling most of the plans that I had for that day. But the day wasn't wasted. I went out along the famous bay walk and not only got some decent shots, but made some friends as well. Oh, these are my new friends. Okay, hello. 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 I also made friends with 3 Tausug women who pretty much treated me like their own son after just 5 minutes of talking. Very nice, and now you bought me fruits. Ooh. Okay, how much? How much makano? Oh.
Don't mention that.
I'm very thankful for what Zamboanga City had to offer. I must admit that there's a lot of things that I didn't get to do, which is why I had to return. Meloquet Falls, Fort Pilar, Yakan Weaving Village, and Canelar Butter Trade. Not to forget that Basilan, an amazing and huge island, is just an hour boat ride away. Speaking of islands, my next stop